Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Wednesday night stream. I hope everybody's well this fine Wednesday. Happy reset day for everyone in the EU. I hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's made lots of gold so far. I've got no idea what I've made recently. I haven't been on that frequently, just occasionally just to repost things on. So who knows what will be in the mailbox today. Let's see if we'll have some sales. Wonder what Erfen will be doing today. So I'll have a look, see what's going on down that side, and then we'll have a look at what else we need to do today. Good evening, Arthurs and Nox. How are you both? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. You just got a slight Oreo backside and then a cookie in the far distance over there. Good evening, Wave. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing tonight? Happy Wednesday, one and all. All good, still shuffling. Yeah, it takes a while, doesn't it? I need to work out how long it takes exactly so I can factor that into a sort of a gold per hour amount or something like that. We'll have a look at that amongst other things tonight. But I think let's go over to the mailbox and start on what possibilities we have tonight. Let's just find our way through. There we go. Right, so we're going to start with the mailbox. Dark Queen Gent, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Let's have a look. And we've got lots and lots of expires. Okay, that's a good start. How am I doing for bag space before I go and do that? Not a lot of bag space actually. Let's see if we can go clear some of this up. Okay, let's go over. Is there anything we need to sell in there? Is there any junk? No, we've just got a lot of shirts in there at the moment. Maybe we can temporarily store those, as we have so many, and deal with the expires for now. And then we can come back to this and open the mailbox with everything else in there. So let's start with... Oh, well, Webster, thank you very much for your resub. Thank you very much indeed. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Tie Spray is in quite a nice price at the moment. Is it? Interesting. Okay. And Catrozo, thank you also for using your Prime. 6 months now. Excellent. Thank you very much. Let's see some chef's hats and thumbs up. And soon to be Long Boy love emotes. As soon as it's got approved, we'll have a new emote coming very soon. So thank you both for your support. Really appreciate it. Good evening, Sensors, Nobby and Rasheen. How are you all? Thanks for stopping by. Think it might be time to diversify. Yes, I think so too. I think I need to do a lot more. I was thinking this very evening, in fact, to have a look at Jahwakening and see if I can do something with Alchemy. See if I can get something going along there. Good evening, Z. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Right, let's put some of this Tide Spray in. /TSM. Put... That's not working because that's in the chat window. That's not going to work. Let's do it in this window. That would be better. /TSM. Put Tide. That should get most of those in. There we go. Opia, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. And good evening, Mushy. Alright, thanks. How am I today? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Let's just move that chat box up to the top. There we go. Let's get that further up. UHAZ, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. And even on the tab you expect it. Exactly, it's very nice. Thanks for that, Mushy. It's nice to see it coming through. Definitely like that. So let's have a look what else we can pop in here. Enchanting things. All the sorceress things can go in. We're obviously going to keep our enchanting rod. Chaos crystal can go in there. Veiled crystal. Temporal crystal can go in. There's a load of fractures there we need to sort out. Umbras and gloom. In fact, actually, where do we just put that veiled crystal? We might need to go and grab that. There's Shalderai silk there though. Let's get rid of that in there, along with the heavy silken thread. And there's, what's that, deep sea satin, we can pop that in. Hexweave we'll have to keep. Food stuff will go pop in the food section. Over here mainly. So let's just put in sugar, the fusaka, wildflower, and the river onion. Oh, there's some nylon thread we'll pop in as well. Loads of enchants, loads of shirts here. In fact, whilst we're here, let's just put in some of these spare shirts as they take up 1 slot each. That's quite a lot. There we go. Polished pet charm. Not sure I really need that. Let's go put that in the bank instead. Let's just go over. Let's have a look.
Shall we talk business?
And put those in there, as I don't really need those. Quartermaster's coin, I'm not sure what to do with that. So let's just pop that in the bank for now. And probably these Proudmoore Admiralty ones. Contracts. Let's keep hold of those for now, just as a reminder. There we go. That should be enough for the moment. Big fixes like this are not in the patch notes. I know, but they make a huge difference though, don't they? Crazy Pink Iguana, how are you? Good evening. Good to have you aboard. Did so many braces this week. Yes, I can understand why you're getting so much on the Umbra shards, given the proportions of them. You bought 60,000. Wow, 60,000 Typespray linen this week so far. Braces, you're dreaming of braces. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, now that the put command is more useful, it's definitely useful, isn't it? Good evening, John. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Solkan Army, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well too. For TSM4 users, yes. Not necessarily for the TSM3 users, Rasheen. We do have a Cookie cam. Orio's just left, but Cookie is hiding just on the top there. You never dreamt of braces. No, it's all money, isn't it? Solkan Army, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. We're just going through and clearing out our bags at the moment because we've got a lot of stuff here. Now I've got at least space for 107 items. That should be enough to collect the things in the mail. So we'll go over and have a look. We've got loads of expires, so we need to deal with all of those first, and then we can come back and check the mailbox at the end of that. First time catching me live, found you when looking how TSM4 works. Your guides are really useful. Oh, glad you found them useful. Alright, let's take some of these expires and let's get started with this. Started making a wand out of your umbras, trading 5 umbras and expulsum for 1 to 2 crystals. Oh, that's a good idea, Totems. I like that one. I was looking myself earlier to try and think, okay, well, what can I do with all of these? But that could be useful. So 5 umbras gives you an expulsum and 1 to 2 crystals. That's a good idea. Because Mushy was saying the other stream on what day did it take? On Sunday, that she was having an excess of Umbra shards, and I was looking at my spreadsheet today and I added a few more numbers in, looking at the enchants, and I could see how Umbra shards were in high supply but less of a demand. So that's good to know. Might think about that one. Can't keep up with demand for packed enchants or on reset days. They go like hotcakes. Yeah, I must actually check mine. We'll get everything listed up as soon as possible. Did dream though while being in hostel that Ghost Iron Bar was hostel own currency and you were not able to get anything unless you had Ghost Iron Bars. Well, in your defence, yes, that would be okay, but that's brilliant. I like that. Okay, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I mean to click on that again and bring that back up, and then we can do a post scan of the first lot, the first round of things. Envious of all that free space in your bags. That's not much for me. I could do with some more. Dado, good evening. Your head is spinning. Are you thinking spreadsheets again, Dado? If you have the time, you'll be multi-boxing Typespray 2x4 farms. Yeah, it's a good idea, Will. Good evening, Marsburg. How are you? 6 umbras gives you 1 to 2 crystals and 1 umbra. Yes. Okay. Hey, One Bro Guy, thank you very much. 10 months of using your Prime. Thank you very much. And you have the purple hat now, so thank you very much. We went for purple in the end. It was a closely won battle between purple and green for 9 months. So thank you ever so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Any moment now, hopefully my 3rd emote will get approved, and then we can have a long boy emote as well. They added a 9-month slot. Yes, they did for affiliates. So we've got everything now from 3, 6, 9 and a year at the moment. And then hopefully we'll be able to get partnership before it gets to the 2-year point. And then I'll be able to have 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 8 years, I think it is. So I've got to keep thinking of badges and making them more and more elaborate as time goes on. Right, let's post all this lot. Have a quick scan of the prices. They seem reasonable on first inspection, so let's just go with that. The conversation why you don't eat anything with artificial sweeteners whilst being a diabetic was much worse, you think? Oh right, they gave you fat-free, sugar-free, full with artificial sweeteners yogurt. And you looked at the food lady like she wants to kill me. Oh right. Lethal M's Gamings, how are you? Thank you very much for the sub. Thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate it. See some more chef's hats and thumbs up for Lethal. Thank you very much for your support. Good evening, Milo. Working on Longboy, but again, no snipers only. But again, no snipers. How do you mean, Dark Queen? As in, there's no snipers on at the moment. Oh, you need snipers posting mods. Ah, right, I see. I'm with you now. Stevie B, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. So wondering, how do I decide when not to post something again? Your issue is you have around 700 auctions. I'd like to pare it down a bit. I guess it's a question of looking at the profit margins. For me, I've got about 400 auctions, which seems to work all right for me. As Rasheen was saying though, is that all transmog? You could filter it down to things that are worth, say, less than 500 gold, or things that are worth less than 1,000 gold. You can set your own threshold really, and decide to just vendor anything less than that, or disenchant it. Right, let's carry on with the opening of the mail, so we can get this going at the same time. Yeah, what kind of things have you got in your list? Seems to be going on at a fair old pace here, so that's good. Let's get another load done on. Good evening, Commander Bond. How are you? Good to see you. Quite a bit of it is yes. You have old world stuff. You're trying for the High Society top hat and rhinestone sunglasses recipes. So loads of kata BOEs. Right, so you have quite a large sort of niche of things. You could do a 10 post limit, I think. There's a command in TSM for it. Then vendor. Yes, you could set a maximum number of expires on something. That's in your operations, you can set that. Let me just see if I can find it whilst this is on. If you go into your groups and say, for example, in my, let's go to my transmog region average, my operation there, old world region average, and the operation for that under posting, I've got, I'm sure I've got it number of expires on this one. Is it on here somewhere? Match stack size, no, it wasn't on that one. Have they moved it somewhere and I haven't spotted it? Oh yes, it was here. Don't post this after this many expires. So I've got a maximum number of 50 expires. This figure here. So that's the one that you can set. And so if things will no longer get posted, I'll remember those ones and then I'll get them be taken off. Supercara, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. Hope you're doing well. Very nice weather here. Excellent. Good to hear, Commander Bond. I always like to hear about good weather. Right, let's take those expires as well whilst we're here. You also have every profession, so you're learning from you and chat here. I'm a recipe collector. That's pretty good. I would like to be in the same position with all professions. I keep on not getting round to it though, so I need to sort something out on that front. Haven't been subbed to retail in several months. I haven't been following TSM news. I was curious if anyone knows TSM will be compatible with the 735 client that Classic World will be operating off of. I doubt it will be out of the box. I can imagine they're going to have to do a new version if they are going to support it, but I've got no idea if they are or not. Best to check in the WoW economy Discord, see if there's anything there about it, but I'm not sure it is. Good evening, Galaxy, how are you? And TSM has a max post function for the same item. Types are just getting cheaper and cheaper. Too much time spent shuffling. Well, I'm going to have a look at this soon. Let me just post this lot on. Lots to do, as usual. Let's see if we can get going on this. Interesting here, wildflower item group is invalid. That must mean we don't have a vendor price on that. So we need to just go and quickly look at the vendor. Let's do that now before I post anything. So TSM, because there's a game update, TSM needs to have a look at the vendor and then see everything and its prices again. And then when you post again and run a post scan, now we don't have an invalid price. So that's something to remember. I'm pretty sure that they weren't going to do it, as it goes against the old feel of Classic WoW and wasn't available then. Yeah, I think so. Maybe maybe something like is it Auctionator was the one we used to use back in the day. Hi Nodachi, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. How many operations? You have default on mine. Also have no gold. Join my Discord as super today. Now I'm ready to sit and listen. No worries, Supercara, you're more than welcome. My operations are kind of like evolved over the years, and a lot of them I don't actually use. If you were to look at my paste bin, you could see I only actually have a select few number of operations. So it's kind of it's not as complicated as it looks, really. A lot of that is wasted operations that I don't really use. Someone please buy them. Bacon Bits, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Auctioneer was back in the day, yeah, I remember it well. Although I wasn't massively into gold making, I did go from making gold in EverQuest, so I needed some kind of auction add-on. Hey, that Ronborough guy. Yeah, it was Auctioneer and Auctionator, wasn't it? I think Auctioneer was the one I used. Auctioneer Suite came out in the Burning Crusade. Oh, was it really as late as that? Okay. Devoting, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Doing very well, Nodachi. Just enjoying relisting everything on at the moment. So I'm going to try and run through everything relatively quickly, if I can, for me. And then I'll just make sure that everything's on. Some of these things probably posting on at the wrong price, but for now I just want to get everything on. Looks have no influence on transmog sales. Looks are taste dependent. You saw a lot of transmog person you find dead ugly. Yeah, that's true. And also it could be people just collecting things for all the things as well. You never know really what someone's going to, or why someone's going to buy something. Right, how are we doing on the mail? We've got 209 left, so let's run through this last lot. Let's just move this across a little bit so we're over. You're right there, where he is. I'm going to move over to the middle of the camera a bit more. Let's do a reload. Get another lot on. I want to get more enchants on as it's a reset day. I didn't get a chance this morning, so everything has expired. So I'll need to A, get the enchants on, and B, need to do a whole load of more enchants, I imagine. Wishing you why some people buy some of your stuff. Get really triggered if you don't want to craft new engineering mounts. For example, you post your last ones for over 200% and people buy it within 15 minutes. Yeah, so it's down to convenience versus if you don't want to go through and make it, then obviously that must be something to do with the difficulty of making that item. So therefore, someone else is buying that convenience off of you. Because if you don't want to do it, then I'm sure there's lots of people that really definitely don't want to do it. Just tried to brace a shuffle with Netherweave for some Burning Crusade mats. Interesting, Sulcan Army. How did it work out for you? Did you manage to... Is it a profit on taking the braces? And what enchants can you make for the Burning Crusade? I'm trying to think of ones from back then that I would use. I'm not sure. Weirdest ones are like the rings for dual crafting, or something only logical explanation is twinks. Yeah, that's definitely one. I know Azuna has a lot of level 20 twinks on it. The rocket mounts, alright. All the things are the worst thing you could install. It's just taunting you. You only got 30% of all the things. I can guarantee I'll be less than that totem, so don't you worry. On your realm it seems to be trying to get mats for Battle Master and Mongoose. Ah yes, Mongoose is a good one. Battle Master, I'm not sure I've got that one. Alpha Donut, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Just running through and reposting everything on at the moment. Just going to rush through it all fairly quickly. Potion of Heightened Sense is going on for a very, very cheap price there. Not sure it's worth selling. Oh, you can't get the Mark II pattern to drop, okay. Works for most expansions still. Always worked with every expansion whilst it was current content. I think so, Rasheen, isn't it? Because it certainly worked in Legion. I don't have any experience of Draenor or Pandaria, and I don't think I really knew about it back in the early days. Right, let's carry on with some more. Okay, we've got some extra bits here. So this is all shimmer scale that we need to disenchant that I was doing earlier, and we do have some sails here as well. So now using the new thing I learned the other day, so I can open all of these and leave the sails by holding Control down and clicking Open All Mail. And then it will do everything but the sails. Let's test that out. Seems to be working. And then it should leave the swamp fish and chips and the other sails. Yes, it does. Okay. And then I'll do a reload on that. What did I miss on the chat there? You haven't missed the mailbox yet. We haven't gotten to it yet, Mushy. I bought the recipe the other day for 80k. Curse of being a recipe collector. That's your motivation for gold making. Absolutely. Whatever motivation you need is the way forwards, definitely. Legion Racial Shuffle was the most profitable. It was only expansion. You got an extra item besides the enchanting, the bloods. Yeah, the Legion one was good for that, definitely. Which old raid is the most profitable? Isn't Throne of Thunder supposed to be quite good, Lethal Gaming? We're lurking incensors. Oh, right. You're awake since 3 hours now. More hours than you was awake all day, so a bit better for now. Ah, that's good to know, Rasheen. Okay, let's check the next lot, and we do have some more shimmer scale. So, Control and Open All Mail again. The WOD Inscription Shuffle still works. I don't know what the Inscription Shuffle is. Okay, so more stuff coming in. 34,000 so far. We've got a little bit more just to come in. So let's just do one last reload and see what we've got for the mailbox. It might be just Sinister Gear, but not Sinister Gear. More things to disenchant. But we'll have a look what the total is. 32. Oh, we've got some purchases. Okay, so I'll take those up. Shalderai Silk. Okay, so mailbox says 35,958. We've got a mix of food and Mark of the Thunderlord. That's an unusual one. I haven't sold one of those before, I don't think. Orange Shirt, Spice Snapper, Elemental Force, Coastal Surge. Okay, good mix of things there. Sinister Combatants in as well, just the one, but a good amount though, 14,000. So that's very nice. Okay. You think, Scribe, that you're biased. What was that? What professions do you guys think I should go into next? Well, yes, I'm definitely going to do Alchemy on Jahwakening from the BfA front, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to need reputation-wise for that. And then I've also got my boost character, which I was thinking inscription inscribe. So that should be quite good. So I'm going to go through this. 35,000, nearly 36,000. So let's take that in the mail. Then we've got a whole load of stuff to disenchant. All with all, yeah, basically. Lots of herbs needed. Well, we've got Jahwakening does have herbalism, so that's a good start for levelling. Right, let's disenchant all this lot here. See if we can get ourselves some extra mats whilst we're here. There's the first Veil Crystal in straight away. That's a good start. And another one, even better. Inscription View, even back in Classic, glyphs sell very well. Yeah, I've heard glyphs can do well. I'll have to look into that from a Shadow Song point of view. I don't know how good it is on my server. We should stay for longer, but you need to sleep. No worries, Sulcan Army. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Be around for more live stream in the future, though. Oh, well, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much for using your Prime. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Chef's hats and thumbs up for Sulcan Army. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your support. Hope you get a good rest. I'll be a little while yet before I manage to finally hit the bed. Inscription is a good market, but it's a babysit market, just like Enchanting is. Better on low pot realms in terms of babysitting. Okay, Rasheen. That's good to know, because Shadow Song being kind of in the middle, that could be a good thing for me to try out. Hi, good evening, Lizard. How are you? Love the emotes, Darkwing. I might have to give that one a go. I know my son tried it out, and he tried a few glyphs, but I don't know how much actual success he had. I don't think he was fully invested in it, shall we say, as a gold maker. He was definitely more of the the casual kind. I prefer to spend a week in Valshara killing stuff and getting Dreamleaf addiction. You'll be fine. Okay. Kazakh Hivok can't accommodate your addiction, so you're having to farm your own mats. Always must have at the start of every expansion. Is that because of the trinkets, the Darkmoon decks? Because I've got one myself, and I can see how it would have been useful to have had that at the beginning. So I definitely need to get myself in that market by expansion number 9, whatever that's going to be. So, well, the aim is by the next expansion is to have max level characters. Enough for every profession, definitely. With Alchemy, it's mostly about stack sizes. Like, love selling your herbs on specific days. Also, you can always farm your own mats. That's true. Being able to farm your own is always a good point. But yeah, I would probably do a bit of both with Jahwakening, as he's got herbalism and alchemy. We've already made a good start with alchemy, getting a good lot of veiled crystals here. I should be noting the numbers, but I'm being a bit slack on that front. We've got some good averages already on the spreadsheet, so I think we should be fine. But the rod is definitely working for us here. Loads of veiled crystals. I think my proc rate's gone through the roof. Veiled crystal after veiled crystal at the moment. It's not very stable. But the proc rate or alchemy, although that is something to be said for alchemy, isn't it? It does rely on getting decent procs on the extra items. The proc rates, yeah. Sometimes it seems to go a lot. Senza loves Silas. Silas? You adjusted your alchemy to account for prices, so there's for procs, so there's no guesswork. Very good. We did not talk about Silas. Okay. Who's Silas? Now I'm intrigued. Okay, let's get those last two over here. Alchemy tools of the trade. Oh, right, okay. It's a swear word. Fair enough. Right, okay, we're nearly done on... I've just got a few things to post on there. And then I believe Erfen has a whole load of stuff that needs to be sorted out as well. So what I'm going to do here is we've got our stuff on. We just need to get some more Veiled Crystals and Umbra Shards going. So auctioning wise, I'm just going to take those things that need to manually go on. These things here. So we're going to do shift click on the Windwool hoods. Not had much luck with these, but let's post them on. Oh, I keep on doing that one. I need to do it manually per one. Post, post, and post. And the Netherweave tunic we can do the max on. And then that one we can do. And then the dress shoes. I just need to change my groups on these so that they're not having to be done manually, but that should be alright for now. Okay. 27 attempts to get it. 28. Wow, okay. 28 hours of waiting to get the right buff to be able to craft. Ah, that doesn't sound like fun at all. You triggered with 6 attempts to get it. Oh, right, okay. I don't have an add-ons. Is that J Coggle Russ? But if you want something specific, I can show you the add-ons I do have. There's nothing too massive here. I basically have Addy bags for my bags, buy them all, and there's another one for buying lots of things. Where is it? I must have taken it off. That's for buying stacks quite easily. Decursive, Quest Counter, Easy Scrap, Garrison Mission Manager, Gathermate, Hekili, because I can't remember how to play on some characters. I sold more for the Till Sound, Loot Appraiser, which I very rarely use, Omnibar I rarely use, Roots I kind of sometimes use, Voodoo definitely use for healing, World Quest Tracker and World Quest List, very useful. This little one called Trade Skill Master, definitely use that one. Cecile's Recipe Tooltip, occasionally use that one. Those are the main ones. Mostly looking at my bag add-on. Yep, my bag add-on is Addy Bags. I do have a link to that. That's the link to Addy Bags. On a high pop realm you can't be competitive with Alchemy anymore unless you craft with the Silas buff. Okay, so you really need to have a be right at the top end of your game from that perspective. Okay. Why am I running here? What am I doing? Okay, we posted those on. We had those. Imperial Amethyst, we don't need to have those in the guild bank. Those can go over to my enchanting slot. Pop those in. There we go. Right. Let's swap over to Erfen and have a look at how he's gotten on with sales. Probably got a load of expires as well. Plus, I believe he's got a whole load of honourable combatant stuff to make. So, let's swap over and check him. Then we can come back and do some crafting on Samadan to get some more enchants going. See if we can get restocked on all the enchants. Taramil is nuts. Is that for, in terms of servers? You're on full pump, definitely don't make a ton of profit, but earn on the quantity you post. Yeah, oh, lots of competition, right, okay. So bags wise, yeah, we've got 57 Expulsum on us. So absolutely loads of Expulsum, which we're going to turn into Honourable Combatants gear. But let's check the mail first. I imagine we've got a load of expires to deal with. So let's go and do those. Get everything back on. How many times a day do I repost? Getting undercut on a medium pot realm almost immediately and you're selling nothing. I have to repost every 30 minutes if you want to sell stuff. Wow, that's quite a lot, Rocks. I don't post nearly as much as that. If at most, I would post 3 times a day, but that's at most. Usually it's once a day. Usually if I can, I'll get on in the first thing in the morning and do a repost then. Depending on the market, as Rasheen says. Something like enchanting, I've noticed I definitely have to babysit that to get some more sales on. Current content, alchemy, extraction and enchanting you need to babysit. 30 alchemists posting in the auction house. Wow, that's a lot. Most of your alchemy you don't babysit, you just let go. Mostly cloth and gems you purchase extremely cheap, are selling for about 10 times the price right now. Okay, well that's pretty cool. I guess give it a little bit of a try some different times and see when your competition's offline and see if you can post then. Alright, sales for Erfen, 13,000 to add to our 39,000. So we've got Sinister Combatants doing quite well there. Coarse Leather Arm Guards, Coarse Leather Barding, Drums of Fury. Okay, some good stuff there. Really happy with Erfen's contribution to the money making. So we definitely need more here, more professions, more spreading out. Alright, let's post that lot back on. Get another lot going. There we go. Not shopping. We've got one about to expire. Interestingly, let's just get a post scan going on that. We'll check the drums. We have got some on us, so we'll see what goes from that point. Are there any strings to check certain stack sizes? You can match stack sizes if that's what you mean. Do I snipe as well, Bokkaram? No, I don't actually, because for me sniping would be if I had the computer on whilst I was doing something else. And at the moment, no, I'm mainly just doing what you see me doing on stream is pretty much most of my my game time, apart from the occasional reposting or recording videos. How's my total gold looking right now? I am currently, well, 183,000 on Erfen, so I'm going to need to get a token again, because I'm almost out of my game time. And I'll, on Samadan, I'm about just under 1.5 million, I think. Hey Stooped, how are you? Do I play with no chat? Exactly, I am sat on the floor. That way I can reach Oreo, whose feet are just next to me here. His cute little toes. There he is. But I am actually sat on the floor, as you can see in the picture. Tokens are expensive at the moment. Yeah, I did see. She told me they'd gone up to like 200,000. I haven't checked them lately, but I will need to buy one. That's for sure. Keeping up on your food herbs gems today, so you can sell for more. Fluffy Oreo belly, exactly. He's just showing off at the moment. It's 179 at the moment. Okay, not too bad. See, I'm sat on the floor. You also don't have a desk, but if you sit on the couch, but you sit on the couch and have a terrible back, how long can I sit on the floor for? Well, I've been able to do my streams on a Sunday for 3 hours straight, absolutely fine. And I also suffer from a sort of sore back because I sit on the chair when I'm working for long periods of time. So for me, actually sitting on the floor, it helps with my posture because I kind of have to sit upright, and it works out really well for me, in fact. So I certainly recommend it. Right, we've done posting those. Let's go have a look at what we can make here. Let's do a restock first. Oh, hold on, let's just do this in order. Check my auctions. Then we'll do a restock on Erfen, because we have sold some stuff. Drums of Fury 40, Drums of the Mountain 8. We're just going to take those off. And then Coarse Leather Arm Guards, Sinister Combatants, and Coarse Leather Barding. Okay, so we need to get some stuff from the guild bank. We'll open up the task list for that. We'll ignore the cooldowns, the expirations. We'll get ourselves over to the guild bank. And then we can collect all of this lot up. Whoops, press the wrong button. I forgot I'm not on Samadan. And then go to the guild and click move. Bloodfang Twitch. Thank you very much for the cheer. Can we see my character stats on gold received from auction? Character stats on gold received from auction. I can have a look at that one. Certainly, but thank you for the cheer. It's very kind of you. We still need some more raw beast hide here. So do you mean like under the ledger? If I was to look under ledger revenue and look at last 30 days, like from Samadan, though we don't get a total there on that one. On the dashboard you do get a little bit here. Sales summary. If you look at Samadan here, that one, total gold earned in the last year 10 million, and expenses, total gold spent 9,700,000. So total profit 300,000 according to TSM there. That doesn't quite seem right though, although it does say this top item, Reigns of the Mighty Caravan Brutosaur. And then Erfen is total gold earned 364,000, spent 135, profit 229. Interesting stats, that's for sure. It means the character wealth statistic in the achievement tab, the second tab. Oh, let's have a look at that. Okay, hold on. Achievements, wealth, character, statistics, character, total gold acquired. What's that? Total gold earned from auctions. There we go. What's that? 920,000 on Erfen, I'm guessing. I've never looked at that one before. Interesting. So is that just on... That's just on Erfen, is it, I'm assuming? And then I'll have to go over to Samadan and have a look at that. When I go back to Samadan, we'll have a look. See if we can get something going there. But I need to buy some more raw beast hide, because I don't seem to have enough here. It is character specific. Okay. That's going to be interesting then to see what Samadan's got. Raw beast hide. Let's scan for those. What have you got? I need 37. There's a fair amount here at 2 gold. So let's just take a few of these up. I'd like to buy all of them up though. So rather than using the task list to search for this, I'm actually going to go back and use my shopping operation. That way I can buy the whole lot without it cancelling out on the last ones once I bought enough. So stonehide leather is obviously too expensive, but I would like to buy all 15 stacks of 5. Now I could probably get some of this with garrison resources, but for now this is simpler and easier to just buy those. There we go.
Exotic, bring it.
Ooh, I just missed the stairs. Hold on, can't read chat and climb stairs. There we go. Right, let's go through here, pick up my purchases, and then we can start crafting stuff in a moment. Use a Titan panel, have a total on your guild per server. Okay. What else did I miss here? Add on Accountant Classics, track gold totals from characters. Alright. Oh, good evening, Annette. How are you? Just stopping by. Did I miss anyone else coming in here? If you will post one to the ask Carter to make you a new one. 3D scan a seed and rebuild a new one. It's dying, hold on. Using the same chair for 30 years now. Oh, right, okay, now I'm with you. I've scrolled all the way up, I found that. Okay, get one 3D printed, that would be quite cool. What else? LVI shows total gold per server and current WoW token price. That could be quite handy, actually. And that Altaholic does that as well. Doing very well, thank you very much. We're just going through our usual restocks and relists and all such things. So we're just going to go through and make ourselves some stuff for Erfen, and then we're going to make some honourable stuff out of the rest of our Expulsum, and then pass that on to Samadan once we've done that. Let me just stretch my legs out a moment. Let's move this around. Might as well join Oreo. He heard his name, curling his toes up. No Cookie in the background though, she must have gone. Bagnon has one build to show all characters gold. Okay. You guys buy tokens? Yeah, definitely. That's how I pay for my WoW game time. Is I usually buy enough tokens to buy it in 6-month chunks at once. I think I need to get one more token, and then I've got enough for another 6 months. I've got about 20 days left, so it shouldn't be too bad. Certainly got enough gold for one more token. I could buy it on Erfen here, but I might use some of Erfen's gold to help Jahwakening get started on Alchemy, perhaps. Some classic breaks down where the gold comes from as well. Does it by session, day, week, month, year. Oh, right, okay. That sounds quite comprehensive. After being very ill and down to 6 keys, your blue Menken Bruce is now back up to 9.5 kilos and doing great. Oh, excellent, Nobby. Good to hear. Wow, that's quite the difference. 6 to 9.5. But I'm glad he's on the mend. Good old Bruce. Let's go through and carry on everything else. He's never did set a goal. You need a gold cap before he's allowed to buy game time with tokens. Oh, right. That's a definite definitely enough for a lot of tokens then, getting gold cap. If you wait a month, the token will go down once the character transfer and race change sale disappear. Yeah, I don't think I've got a month. I might have to just get one, because where am I at? I've got about 20 days left, so I can wait nearly a month. I didn't do any real goal making effort since TSM4 hit, besides posting recipes and mods every 48 or 72 hours. Not bad. And then the Hearthstone expansion, yeah, there is that as well, isn't there? Right, have you got everything? Nearly. More Sinister Combatants going on. There we go. Oh, the sale ends 31st of March. Okay, thank you, Carrier. So what I'll do then is I'll wait until next month, and then I'll get myself... Cat's still alive. Yes, I think he is. Let me just check with the foot. Yeah, he's alive. He's just having a good stretch now. He's fast asleep. Accumulating gold for the Brutosaur now. 800,000 left. That's not long at all. Excellent. You're right, Arias. There we go. Perfecto Zine, how are you? It's possible where you can get my TSM set up, like sell and buy settings you have. You're welcome to have a look at my paste bin. It's not completely up to date, but it is fairly up to date, certainly with tailoring. Enchanting needs a little bit more work. Paste bin hasn't been updated in a while, but there's a number of paste bins there. You're more than welcome to have a little dig around. Right, that's task list done for you. We need to post those on. We also need to send everything over to Samadan once we've made some honourable things. So let's get auctioning going, run a post scan. Hopefully the token price goes down soon. Is that 1.1 million you've got at the moment? Like I said, didn't play much in Legion. there was a way to make lots of gold in class halls. Oh, sorry Oreos. He's got moved around a bit more now. He's come back. There we go. Right, let's just post these 6. The leather gauntlets are below min price. Let's have a quick look at those. Let's go into shopping, bag, and have a look at these. They're below minimum price. Now I think my prices are fairly reasonable here. 393 is a crafting cost on these, so I can probably afford to go lower on these. Let's just move these around and just do a post on those maximum. Anything else? No, nothing else there. So then let's do the next lot, which is these. There's 3 of those. 599, that's quite cheap for the leather gauntlets. 366 crafting cost. I could buy these and repost them on, but you know what, I'm going to just come here at the 999 mark. I think that'll be better. I'm going to post in there. We have to do them individually, it looks like, because they're all different variations. And another one. And then the last thing's the male gauntlets of the Aurora, which looks a good price, actually. I'll go with that one. Let's get those on. Okay. So let's make a whole load of honourable combatants bracers now to turn into veiled crystals. We've got leather arm guards. We need a whole load of calcified bone first. So let's just go and do that. If I can get off here. That didn't work very well. So I need to go around and get some calcified bone, which will be in one of these tabs. There we go. There's a whole load there in rough stacks. So we'll take those. Let's get a good chunk of those, and then we can make some. We can make 23 of those. What are we missing? Tempest hide. We'll need a bit more of that actually, from the looks of that. I'm sure I've got lots of Tempest hide. Yep, quite a few stacks there. There's a single one there. Let's just grab that. Get a few more. That should be plenty enough now. And then we can get going on the 48 we need. It was just expulsum there. So let's create all of those. And then we'll just double check on what I missed on the chat. Need to diversify and shake it up a bit. Will be painful but worth it. Yes, I agree. Will, definitely. So you're right about waiting for sales to finish. How was the mailbox? We had 39,000 on Samadan and about, what was it, 13,000 on Erfen. So a good mix between the two. You got a farmer on your server. Okay, that's always useful. Hugs free, no needs. Been busy week. 34 stacks of 200 tie spray linen. Wow, that is a fair amount, definitely. Right, we're going to get these honourables done, and then, right, we're done with that, so we can then go round, send these to Samadan, and then Samadan can have a whole load of stuff to craft. So Erfen's all restocked and ready to move on, which is good. So we can post all these over. So let's mail selected groups, and that should send over all of that. Mazel tov, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. How many veiled crystals are that? Well, that was 48 we made, so that's probably going to be something like 55 to 60, I would say, as a rough guess for veiled crystals. Let's have a look. Everything else is done there, so let's log out and go back to Samadan. Must remember to have a look at the character achievement thing. So back over to Samadan. So maybe for 10k since Profession Quest came by. Right, okay, so let's have another look. 1,000 time spray is 100 bracers, is 13 expulsion, so 20 veiled. Yeah, that would make about right, yeah. Goochberry, thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing, Mozatov? Hope you're doing well. Let's have a look at achievements on Samadan. So, statistics. Gold earned from auctions. God, that's a lot. There's a comma there. So that's 30 million, it would say, gold earned from auctions for Samadan. So considering I only really started in earnest with gold making midway through Legion, that's a lot. That's a lot of gold. Oh, Arius is rolling behind me. Okay, then let's go on to the mailbox. As farmers are insane. To be fair though, let's do a little flipping at the same time. And another 48 stacks, wow, that's loads. You have some items not in the game anymore. I'm not sure how well they sell. I think they're slow sellers, but you might be able to sell them. Okay, let's open up all of the honourable combatants. Like, sell your mats, but like if you sell my mats, but the weak points. It's been on the auction house for half a year. I don't think that's uncommon for stuff that isn't in the game. It's a very tricky one to get sales for, but when you do get the sale, obviously you can get them for a lot. Okay, so let's have a look at all of this. We need to now disenchant, so see if we can get ourselves a good amount of veil crystals from this lot. 1 veil, 2 umbra. Should get a fair amount of umbra from this as well. 1 veil, 2 umbra, 1 of each. Let's just run through all of these. I'm not sure exactly how I've gotten on here. I need to go and change my numbers of my spreadsheet because everything's a manual price at the moment. I still haven't worked out the TSM string for the new numbers, but I have expanded on it a little bit though to include the profit margins on enchants. I'm going to see what I can make for what I've got, because I'm sure I should have enough to make a whole load of enchants with this. So hopefully we should be able to get everything going and get a full restock on enchants. I haven't been able to do that for quite a while, so it would be nice to have everything back on, especially as it is reset day. I know we're at the tail end of the Wednesday now. Hate that your tailor is not high with Paralis. How high do you need to be? Do you mean in terms of reputation? You do mini flips. If you see 25 herbs at one price, you buy them and add to your stacks. You never post at the lowest, but always put in a tempter, if that makes sense. As in like something that's... do you mean something to make other people post lower? Oh, Walmart, thank you very much for using your Prime for 9 months. Congratulations on your new chef's hat colour. Thank you for your continued support. I see some chef's hats and thumbs up for Walmart. Thank you very much indeed. Did I get the paste bin for the TSM formulas? Yes, I did, Nox. Thank you very much. What I want to do though is change my spreadsheet so that it adapts if I ever change the weighting values, so that I could always copy and paste it back in as I change. If I happen to change my weighting values or I change my averages. So I'm going to use Dado's spreadsheet as an example for that. I've seen how you do it in spreadsheets now. I just need to actually go through and calculate which cells point to which and then make it into one long TSM string. Like a mini wall, but as a farmer your stacks are pretty much the same size and volume. Yeah. I sometimes do something kind of similar when I'm buying stuff. Is I always try and leave one cheap one on as my kind of offering to the auction house gods, as I like to say it, but it is really there for anyone to come underneath and do a undercut. It means they'll undercut at a much lower price, and therefore if I'm around I can snap them up again. Trying to help that, but trying to backtrack the numbers has got lost. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, Nox? It's hard doing your own ones, let alone someone else's. it's really tricky. So hopefully my new spreadsheet is going to make more sense. We'll sell 5 times 200 herbs, but the mini ones, but buy the mini ones and relist under as a little tempter. So here you go, buy these ones cheap, but also you could buy all my big stacks for this price. Yep, I can see that making sense. Right, we've got 77 veiled crystals. That should be alright for the moment. Let's have a look at what we need to restock on. I bet you there's a fair amount anyway. So let's just check the auctions. Oh, got a couple of sales there already, just tiny ones though. Herbalism and Seal of Hastes. Okay, so let's go through and restock on my groups. Restock selected groups. Okay, loads of enchants here. Lots of packs of versatility. Crusader, Mark of the Thunderlord and Mark of the Claw. A little bit of food there. And then some tailoring as well. Orange Mage Weave shirt. I might have got some of those in the bags, but maybe not. Black Mage Weave headbang. Hexweave bag if I can. I've almost got enough Hexweave cloth actually for that. And then I need some Expulsum for that. So let's start gathering for this lot. Let's do all 3 of these. Okay, that's a lot of deep sea satin we need there. I'm going to run out of deep sea satin fairly soon, so I'm going to have to think about getting some more. Temporal crystals were quite low on there, but I do have some fractures on me, so let's just minimise this down a bit and then have a look at my ones I've got here. So temporal crystal, I can make one with a daily cooldown. Let's do that. And then we also need to swap to tailoring, and we can make some Hexweave cloth whilst I remember now. And then that's enough of that, that's enough of that. I need to go into my bags and look for the fractured temporals. I've got 106, so that gives me 10 temporal crystals just by converting these. A deviated path and bone arrow. Good evening to you both, hope you're doing well. Deep sea and embroidered deep sea has jumped up in prices at the moment. You need 850 to buy all the recipes from Time Rifts. Oh yes, there's a Time Rift thing, isn't there? I don't know what recipes are available for that. I haven't found any Time Rifts yet. So, unfortunately, I don't think I have that much. 850 is a lot, isn't it? But I would like to get some extra recipes. I do like the idea of it. Okay, so go to the guild bank. Collect up the things we need here. Run through this lot. Get from the guild bank. All of that. A bit we need to get from the vendor there. Plan to buy someday. What's on your tailor you don't even use? I really wish I had leatherworking. Can't do the super shuffle because the crafting cost of the honourable braces is still 1k. Yes, having leatherworking really does help. Luckily, you don't need to be that high in leatherworking to be able to get the honourable stuff. So it's worth the investment. Popped up for you today, but didn't have any on you, so you despawned by the time you sent it from the bank. Ah, that's a shame. I should also then make sure I've already got some on me at any one time. How much have I got in terms of embroidered deep sea satin? Oh, I do have a fair amount, 766 actually. That's reasonable. Okay, so let's just take a couple of those just to have them. Which add-on says sort at the top? It's called sushi sort. Adder a furl. Now, I think it's sort. There we go, sushi sort. Really handy just for sorting out your guild bank. It kind of does it automatically for each tab, depending on which tab's open. So what else have we got here? Bolt of Mage Weave. Let's create those. McElroy, how are you? Where am I from? I'm from technically all over the place, but I'm kind of generic southern UK. What did I miss there from Machine? Leveling 4 tunes at the moment. Oh, nice. You can camp the portal though. Oh right, I didn't realise. First day of the patch, respawn timer for the portal was between 5 and 10 minutes. Might have changed by now. What profs have the best profit at the moment? It all depends on your server and where you're at with those professions. From my own experience, I'm really enjoying tailoring and enchanting with a little bit of cooking at the moment. But yeah, as Will says, all of them will have profit at some point, at some form. Let's go through. We also need to buy from the vendor a few bits and pieces. So let's go through there. Open that back up. Buy those. And then last thing is enchanting crafts. We might as well get these from our Chaos Shatter. So I think that's going to be cheaper. Let's just have a quick look before we do though, and just check on the Legion enchanting mats, just to see that Leylight Shard is indeed cheap. 4 tunes is not. You have 3, 111 to 113. Can't make time to level them. I guess if you use the rested XP as much as you can get through it fairly quickly. More time you invest in professions, the more you'll learn in the long run. Yes, as Wave said, that I think that's pretty good. It's too easy to be fair, though it just depends on what you like doing. So the plan today, Dado, is we're going through and restocking everything, getting away from Sploof there. How are you, Arthurs? Leylight Shards I was looking at here, 21 gold. So looking at that, purchase average price of 5 gold. Crafting cost is 18 gold from the Chaos Crystals. So I think the best way we can do this is, what's my average buy of the Chaos Crystals? 37 gold. I have 75 of them. So let's use that for the moment to get our Leylight Shards. That seems to be the cheapest. We just need to double check, once we've done this, 2, 3, 4, 5, is what we need to do is check on the Legion order hall to see if there's any good things there we can make use of. Let's just have a quick look. What we really want is Elite Strike Centenax, if it's available, which sadly it's not. Okay, we'll carry on then without it. Okay, all the task list is done. I saw a load of stuff going off on the chat there, so I'll have a quick scroll up to see what I've missed. Where did I learn English? Just from growing up, basically. Can't stand levelling, but unfortunately decided to level all the allied races at the same time. Wow, okay, deviated. Make much more profit once you have all the professions, because every profession is at the same point feeding into another profession. If you miss out on that, your competitors will always be able to undercut your minimum prices. Good point, Rasheen. They do feed into each other, definitely. With rested XP, we also have 3 120s, which take time too. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot, Bloodfag. We've already got 150 sets of Tide Spray from today. Wow, okay, that's loads. Every single one will make profit. You have 2 at 120 now, of which just kind of left alone, but trying to get all your tanks up at the same time. What is the moment you report someone for botting? I have no idea, actually. No worries, McElroy. Glad to be able to provide. Buckshot, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. It becomes impossible to farm that much in one day. I would suspect so. But what can you do? Apart from report them under the suspicion of that. Right, so let's go through and restock on the things. Oh, we need Expulsum, actually. Looking at, we have 2, we need 3. So, easiest, quickest way to do that. Can we make any Tide Spray braces? We have 863 in the guild vault, so the answer is yes. There's nothing else I would use the Tide Spray for, so let's just finish this one off. Tide Spray linen / TSM get Tide Spur. Let's collect those up. And then is there any nylon thread in here? I don't... oh, there it is. See 102 there. Let's collect that whilst we're here. And then let's just double check if there's any nylon thread on the auction house before I buy it myself. So we'll go here and brace a super shuffle. Let's run a shopping scan on everything. Just on the Riddler's mount thing. Got the mount. Must be 110 to use. Oh no, sorry to hear that, see. Yeah, tie spray linen, 4 gold 98, that is cheap. Compared to Shimmer Scale, and Deep Sea Satin is very expensive there at 66 gold. Calcified Bone, Mist-Scale very cheap there, but I already have a lot of that. I also have a lot of the Hardened Tempest Hide. So the thing I'm most interested in here is the Tide Spray. How much have we got? Now that is interesting, look at that. We got lots of stacks here as well, from good value. 5 gold 97, 31 stacks of 200. This is very tempting to buy. I was actually looking for nylon thread, which is here at 50, so that's probably not worth it. So, do I buy them? At 5 gold 97, Lowe has another 109 stacks there. Yeah, down here at 6 gold 75. See what you mean about a tempter. Yeah, so which would be the tempter? Is it the 31 stacks of 200 here is the tempter, and then the 109 stacks is the main one. Okay, it's a lot, isn't it? I'm guessing, are people making use of the new tools of the trade? Do you really get much more cloth these days? 109, that is a lot, isn't it? At 6 gold 75, that is a lot. What would that mean for the price of my Bracer Super Shuffle if we were to look at this? Okay, so if we bring over the spreadsheet here, so this is the same spreadsheet, but the 8.15 has been updated as of today a little bit more. I've added some more stuff in on the right hand side about is it worth it, about what kind of potential return you can get. But what you need to do is put in all your DB market prices here and put in all your average prices here in the yellow and the beige colour. You can also go down here and look at your enchants and see which ones are the most profit. Put in all your DB min buyout of your enchants, and this is the kind of stuff you get out of 100 bracers, which is roughly about 4 packs of 4 packs or 9 weapon enchants or something like that. At the moment my tie spray price was an average buy of 865, which gives me a bracer price of 86 gold, and Shimmer Scale was cheaper at 83. But if we put this down to 6.75, which is what that 109 stacks was, then that makes tie spray bracer now 70 gold, which is the cheaper. So the cheapest bracer is now here at 70 gold, which gives me a Umbra Shard price of 76 gold, a Veiled Crystal price of either 153 or 132. So if we were then to go down even lower, where was the other one here? At 5 gold 97, and look at that. So we take this average buy price 5.97. Now the price of the Umbra Shards goes down even more. Tie spray bracers come in at 62 gold, Umbra Shards at 67 gold, Veiled Crystals at 135 gold. So I did think that is worth buying at this price. If you're going to make a profit, I'd go for it. You have the gold and the storage, but it's risky depending on profit on enchants. The main problem I'm going to have is time. It's going to take me a long time to go and do all of this, but I'm going to start with this 31. Actually no, I'm going to start here at the 50. I'm going to buy that, and then I'm going to come back here at the 597 and get the 31. So that is worth it from my perspective. and then 15 at 625 is probably also worth it, because that's less than the wall here. So let's get the bigger chunks of things as we can afford them. Buy everything except for the walls, so the price will... the same person plays the same as you do. It's interesting, isn't it? There's nothing else here, wall-wise. This is like absolutely... It's definitely good value, definitely. Maybe time to nerf every single one of them. Someone's talking about in Moz1. Multiboxes have started doing their own 2x4 farms. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, it is a lot, isn't it? Okay, let's just scroll back down. Okay. How do you afford to buy one stack of tie spray linen before you're out of money? Just watched him buy 60 stacks. It's the benefits of having a capital, and I've got what 1.3 million on me at the moment, which is definitely useful. I would even be tempted to buy out this lot. That's a lot, and I'd be spending a lot of time doing tie spray linen and the shuffle. Can you put a price on Expulsum so it shows you in the TSM profit section? You can. It depends on how you want to calculate it. If you're using something like my spreadsheet, which is getting Expulsum in a very specific way, you can do that. The price that comes out from there on the spreadsheet, or you can put in a manual price if you want to just guess at something like a couple of hundred gold, or you can use the old way we used to do it, which was based off of scrapping about 6 braces. 6.5 braces gave you 1 Expulsum, so that was the old value, and so you take in the price of 6.5 braces as your price of Expulsum, which is a bit high now, really, from looking at it. But there is some good stuff here that is cheap. I think I might, to help with my averages, take some of these cheaper ones, take all the little scrappy bits, and then I'm going to leave 1 here as my offering to the auction house gods, and then I'm going to buy everything up as Mushy was suggesting. Actually, to make it look interesting, I'm just going to leave 1 of each of these and keep it at that. Liftwind, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Just going to take these up to 1, and then anything bigger I'm going to take, and then like this 49, I'm going to take everything except for 1. And then take that, and then at the 669 we're starting to get a little bit pricey here, but I can take that and get another 53 Tide Spray until I hit the wall there at 675. So Tide Spray, we have 10,000 out of those purchases. Person with 197 may hurt from you, potentially. So get the time spent. Been crafting since 8 PM. No, it's now 11:17 and still crafting. Not started scrapping. Exactly, Nox. That's the downside to this. Is it does take time. What I need to do is work out how long it takes to do 100 braces for the full convert, and then I can get an idea as to how much gold per hour that's working out at, which I'm going to put in the spreadsheet down at the bottom. So I'm just going to work out how long does it take to process 100 braces, because at the moment, according to this, profit margins wise, I could make total return at that price of tie spray braces. I could make, although that's the DB market price, I need to update all the prices, but as a rough ballpark, I could make about 5,000 gold on just selling the mat after step 2, but then I could make about at least 10,000 gold, depending on the prices of these enchants, obviously, either doing something like quick navigation or pact of versatility. So the best profits will come from the end result, making the enchants, depending on the prices of the enchants. But I need to update these prices to get a more accurate figure. I'll leave that for the moment, because what I want to do here is finish making some expulsum. So let's go over, well, I need to get some more nylon thread, so let's go back here, switch this over, let's get a couple of stacks or 3 of nylon thread whilst I'm here. Now, rather than collecting all that tide spray up in the mail, I'm going to make use of what I've got so far, because I can make 86 tide spray braces now. So let's make those now whilst I can. Have I got enough bag space before I do that? Not quite. Okay, well, let's just keep an eye on that, keep an eye on the space. We'll see how that goes. Okay, what did I miss on chat? So buy 5,000 nylon and turn it on when I go to bed. Let it end up in the mailbox. Not a bad idea, Mushy, but the problem I have with that is when I finish and go to bed, I turn all the computers off, turn all the power off, so I'm much more energy efficient that way. What I could do is maybe see if I can just leave it running at work or something like that in the background when I'm at lunch. That might work as well. Yeah, had dinner, had a shower with it, crafting in the background. Not sitting and watching that. Yeah, absolutely. Someone else is buying the linen right now, so just grab what you can. Yeah, that's true. You just buy as you can. You take your markets. I think for now 10,000 should do me, although I'm going to use that up fairly quickly. Wish you had a second account to play while it's working. Not a bad idea, Nox. I think that could be more efficient that way. Well, I've got to keep an eye on this. I'm nearly out here. So let's do that, leave it at that, as it's interrupted. How many others have copied my system on my server too? Yeah, good. Bought out that wall and relisted for an extra gold. Not a bad idea actually, Will. I don't know how much they would have though. You're crafting 3,000 braces now, just sitting here clicking, mailing the correct character and watching the streams. No worries, totems. At least we're all in the same boat. Normally use a kill switch on power during the night. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. The PC also sleeps. But a 9 kilowatt a day in an 18-hour day, yeah. Isn't bad for a 2-person household. Not bad at all, in fact. Right, let's go and let's do these braces. So we need to disenchant these, a whole load more to disenchant. Then we can go on and get the expulsum from scrapping these other braces. Then finally we can finish restocking on Samadan and consider what we can do for the last half hour. I'm thinking of just going over to Jahwakening and see if we can get started on some alchemy, which would be really good. Postmaster picks them up when your bags are full. Yeah, that is true. It is handy for that part. Right, okay, so that's enough there to scrap. So let's move on over. Took forever to get them out of the mailbox. Yeah, that can't run for toffee. That is the downside, isn't it? It used to stop Risa Rocker, but now it automatically just mails them to you instead. Oh, I've missed a blue there. Don't want to accidentally do that one. Let's do that. Okay, so just check everything's fine. Queue everything up. There's a scrapping that takes a fair amount of time as well. Your PC never sleeps. Because the problem with scrapping is you're limited to the 9 and then you have to click scrap again. Now this is handy when you've got it on another computer, or whilst you're doing something else and you've got it on another screen, and then you can look over every now and again and just hit the scrap button. That's pretty handy. I've done that before whilst I'm at work. But it's not something I can have on all the time because usually I'm concentrating quite a lot. Sent of the blues, scrap, go to the mailbox, mail off the mats, pick up another 100. Yeah, basically if you can fill your bags up with greens to scrap and mail all the blues to the relevant person, then you can get a fair chunk of them done in one go. But at the moment, we're just going to do this in a small chunk, and I'll see if I can do the rest another time. I am really tempted to go back and buy those other stacks though on that wall. Just queue everything in the bags. That would be amazing. That would be very good. Yeah, it would be like botting Nox, because it's kind of like taking some extra automatic. If Blizzard implemented mass scrapping, that would be useful. Smash the wall. CKS is, I've heard a lot of people using that. That is kind of useful, because you could set a keyboard command to the scrap button, and then whilst you're moving the mouse button doing something else, it would be pressing that key as a alternative. Just 16 box scrap, that's mass scrapping. 16 would be good. Yeah, just a bit bigger really. I'd love it if it was 90. That would be great. Right, so did we get enough expulsum? I would imagine we did. So let's go have a look at our crafting list now. So here is our list. Now, according to TSM, estimated cost 24,000, estimated profit 42,000. That's a lot of enchants. So let's go through and make everything. I'm not too concerned about the profit margins on these. Some of them are huge, like Pact of Haste and Versatility are looking quite big there, at 3,500 and 2,000 profit. Looks like they've had a reset on them. Mastery and Critical Strike are really small by comparison. Never do that amount of scrapping and disenchanting without CKS, or without having more than one account. Yeah, I think given your volumes, Rasheen, definitely. I macro the craft next button on TSM as well. Yeah, that given the huge amounts of volume, that would be the only way forward really. So I'm just going to make all of these, see where we land in terms of profits. Maybe it might even be worth resetting those Critical Strike markets, because 59 gold profit on my mat costs is not a lot at all. So let's have a look at this first. Let's make all of these. I have a look down. These profits are all looking quite nice. Siphoning's a good one, but it's got a low sale rate. Crusader is another good one. This Thunderlord, might as well make one now that we've sold one. And then go over to tailoring. We'll make the Mage Weave, the Sinister Combatants. Get a few more of those going. And a Hex Weave bag. I need to check my garrison actually, but I could get lost in just doing lots and lots of busy stuff without actually making much more progression. So, oh, there we go. Offhand Major Intellect, just sold. And then let's get Pierre, swap to Cooking, Cold Tiramisu, Mondazi, and a Spice Snapper. There we go. Bearing in mind your TSM crafting only takes account the lowest value of the linen you just bought. It depends on the matte price of my Tide Spray, which I think I've got set to average buy, and I've got smart averages turned on, as Rasheen says, so it should keep that. Let's have a look. Crafting reports. Tide Spray linen. Matte price is currently saying $7.99, which is because my average purchase price is $7.99. Because that is basically, yeah, it's just set to average buy as my Tide Spray linen. So because I haven't collected up the other stuff I've just bought, if we were then to go over and collect that up, then my average buy would reflect that new price. So if we collect up our buys now, our average buy number should go down once TSM has registered it. What was that gone down to? After the first lot, that's gone down to 741. Alright, let's get this lot posted on first before we do the next lot. So go to auctioning, run post scan, get everything on. Hexweed bag 1,400, that's a good price. Tiramisu and Mondazi showing a profit. Crusaders, that's nice at 1,400. Other things are, we're going to look at the other things like critical, pact of critical strike we need to look at. Let's have a look at this as it comes on. Maybe we haven't got one on there at that price. Looking at it, okay, let's just take that. Let's post those on. There we go. Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? One is now a work order. Got a 3-star of coal and 1 of the other. Ooh, ooh, that's a good point. Have I got that? Let me just check. Hold on. Cooking, crafting. I've got 3 on both of those two. I'm missing on seasoned steak and potatoes and wild berry bread as the ones I'm missing on. Let me just check. What have we got? Supplies needed. Is that 5 expulsum needed? Okay, hold on. Unstable. We don't need that. And then let's just try the other side. Sandalar. No. Okay. Both are work orders on today on EU. Okay, so I must have already got them. Sort out but them. So they're flying out maybe. What was that? What did I miss? Let's go back to the top. Hold on. There we go. And opinions on how many tunes to use with max 25 extreme resources followers for Hexweed bags. You have 4 started, but not sure which other buildings. I don't know which is the most efficient way of doing it with garrisons. But I've only really got it on the one character, on Samadan. Habit of selling one at 111% crafting, which is around 600 gold cheaper than the rest in the auction house, so people undercut his one and then he buys them and posts them at the normal price. Could we ever watchable on the comp on your server? Yeah, that's very true. So we missed that one. Both work orders today, did that. Still do Alchemist Catalyst on your 5 tunes to train off. Sell Alchemist Stones to the vendor. You saw a light bulb was funny, but the method looks awesome. Flying out for maybe. Hey, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We've just been busy restocking all our enchanting, tailoring and leatherworking. So now looking at things, so slimy mackerel for 5 expulsum. Have I got any slimy mackerel? Let's have a quick look. And then we need to go over to Jahwakening at some point. And then I'm still tempted to go back to that slimy mackerel. I have plenty of that. So let's go and deal with that. Is it even worth selling some slimy mackerel? Let me just check that a moment. Where's my bags? Slimy mackerel. I probably bought it for too expensive though. Purchased for 23 gold. Market value is currently 16 gold. And there's 107 auctions on. I'd have to do a scan of it to see what it is exactly. So let's just go over there and check that before we finish anything else. Got some errors coming up in Addy bags there. Let's go shopping and open my bags up. Have a look at slimy mackerel. So currently it's 16 gold. Yeah, there's a load here. Stacks of 200 obviously, not in pretty stacks of 20. There's 7 stacks of 20 there at 25 gold. That would be more reasonable. I'm not sure whether people are going to still be buying that this time of day, so I might just leave that for the moment and just do the hand in myself for the 5 expulsum. Where are you? No, wrong one. Sometimes the Brutal Mount is just too big. You're hiding under the canopy. So supplies needed, we'll do that. Get 5 expulsum. Very handy. Right, okay. So I think we're almost done on Samadan now. There's just a couple of things that didn't get posted there. So we'll just go and have a quick look at those. And we'll have a think about that wall of Tide Spray, seeing whether it's worth buying it all up. Brown linen shirt. Let's start with that one. You can stop every 5 minutes to check your enchants. How would you deal with that now that your mackerel's average is messed up from earlier? Let me just have a quick post of this and then I'll come back to that one. So what I would do is, because my average is higher, I would either just soak up that as my average, because that is my average buy price. Black Mage Weave, yeah, we can post that one. But yeah, looking at my slimy mackerel here, so I have, I've sold an average of, I got 400 with an average sale price of 75 gold, would you believe? But my purchase average is 23 gold. So looking at that, I would just stick with the map price of 23 gold. The only real way to counteract that is to start buying even more of it to get my averages down. So if I bought, say, these 41 stacks of 200 at 16 gold, then my overall average would go down. But obviously that's a lot to buy. It would all depend on how quickly I was using up slimy mackerel. At the moment I'm not using it much at all, so it's just sitting there in my guild bank, so I'm just using it as it is. Hawks here, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, hope you're doing well. Personally, you'd buy that wall and relist it, but then you know nothing. But it is risky. You mean with the Tide Spray linen? It's interesting, let's have a look. Is it still there? It's the first question. So yeah, it's there. Now, it's got 2 hours left, and it's got a bid amount of 6 gold 41 versus 6 gold 75. And that's coming in at 30 minutes there. Not worth the risk at all. As in terms, see how much is bought already. Yeah, I mean, if I was to buy this, I would really be wanting to use it myself. That would be the main thing, because where are we at the moment? We say 359 in the bags, but we've still got some in the mail, haven't we? Let me just double check how much I have got on me. Let's collect it all up, and then I can get, because I did have like 10,000, didn't I? Let's collect up our purchases. Collect all of those. And then we'll have a reload on that. What's the wall after that one, and how easy is it to farm? Just someone's bought a versatile navigation. That's a good start. Let's get all of these opened. Filling up with Tide Spray again. I need more guild bank space after this. I think I might have to do another one. There we go. Hey, 400 years, how are you? Spanish, you follow me on my videos on YouTube. Love everything you do, but my methods on your server don't work to get gold. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear. I wonder if there's parts of it that you could maybe use, or other things that you could possibly find that would be useful. For this person that put 20,000 on there, it's easy to farm. I would say so, as a rough ballpark, and me buying them all would obviously encourage them to farm more of it. So we have 9,800 in total. So what I'd be tempted to do looking at this and looking at the wall. So Tide Spray Linen at 5 gold 9. Someone's obviously just popped some in there, so I'm going to buy those. That has gone under that price. Now I would be tempted to actually bid on a few of these, or they're watching the market and trying to set the price. The next mini wall is here at 4 stacks of 200, 5 stacks of 200, 723, and then it quite quickly goes up to 8 and 9 gold here. My average buy price now is at 6 gold 11, which is very reasonable given that amount. Or it's a multi-boxer unloading about an hour or two's farming of mats. Yeah, it's a lot of gold, isn't it? A lot of Tide Spray. I think return to his mailbox one time will cost him auction fees. Yeah. When TSM doesn't follow the keep 4 bag spaces free when opening mail, when you need space left to scrap. That's a shame. I thought TSM would keep it free. That was kind of the whole point of having that on, that option. I'm really running out of time to do everything else here. So let's make a decision on this. I'm going to do a bit of both. I'm going to do some bids on this. I'm not going to do all 109, but I'm going to bid on a few of these to see if I can get it for slightly cheaper at 6 gold 41 as another little test. You never know, I might win those bids. Let's do another 10, take them down to 90. So that's just kind of like a little cheeky extra, and then I'll leave the rest. I'm not going to buy all of those now because I do have just under 10,000 to process myself, which is going to take me a while. So let's leave that at that. So Samadan I'm going to leave for now. Let me just double check actually. Available missions, is there anything we need? No, we've got some troops there. Okay, let's go over in the last bit to Jahwakening and see where we're at. Leave it as an experiment, see if the wall is still there tomorrow and write down the price exactly. Yeah, exactly. We'll have a look and we'll come back to that one. That'll be interesting. Good value is called the seller, exactly. It is good value. So let's go over and see what actually is happening with Jahwakening. See if we can do something to get started. We're 111, so let's see where we're at. Because we already have Alchemy in a decent enough place with a lot of the other things. Okay, we're in Twilight Grove, so we need to head on back to where's our Hearthstone set for Snug Harbour Inn. Let's start with that. I see one called Walmart once. I thought that was quite funny. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's move this over here. Where are you, Ari? Are you to come and join us? There we go. Right, so I'm assuming we've got nothing in the mail. Let me just double check. Yeah, nothing in the mail. Got a fair amount of stuff in my bags. Let's have a look at where we're at here. 15,000 gold on us at the moment. He wants his brush time. He definitely does. He knows when it is. Just can't resist smashing down walls. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so what have we got here? Various things. Some herbs of various bits and pieces. We have some odd fish bits. We have some consumables here. And a little bit of junk. Bags of Enigma seeds. Obviously we're doing the Mr. Pandaria farm. What are we doing in terms of groups? Do we have any groups set up? Do we have a profile? Okay, we have our original profile. So what would we have? That shows how old it is. We've got Jack the Dipper's dipping for elixirs, various things here. But let's have a look at what we've actually got on us and see if there's something we could possibly post to see if we can get the ball rolling in terms of gold and such forth. Okay, so favourite shopping, auctioning, what have we got on us and what would it sell for? Let's have a look. Let's get started on this. So there's a few things here. Elixir of water breathing is currently above max price. Okay, so what price is Elixir of water breathing at? 182. That's quite a bit above region market value of 92. So 138 is max price. Maybe we ought to push that up a little bit higher. Strangle kelp, blackmouth oil and crystal vial for that. We've got 8 of this on us. And water walking, undercutting competition. So what kind of profits have we got here? 170 gold, 40 gold. Potion of luck, obviously it's not lucky anymore, but people still use it if they want to get Potion Master. Flask of Titanic Strength, that's got quite a lot on it. Vial of the Sands Mats, and then we've got some old transmoggy bits and pieces. No idea if any of those would sell. Strangle kelp individually going for 16 gold. I'm not sure I'd want to sell strangle kelp on its own, although the price is pretty high. Old world mass sell, I think I'm going to take that one out. And then also let's have a look at our max prices on things at the moment. Silent Storm, thank you very much for the follow. Don't try to make it more expensive, just hope it sells. Yeah, I'm not sure really with a lot of this stuff. Let's have a look at... there's a few things that are above max price. I think those are fine. So let's pop them on, but I want to take the Strangle Kelp out at the moment. What's the Primordial Ruby? That's Panther stuff, isn't it? So Strangle Kelp. And it might need to get into the BfA things. Yes, absolutely. That's going to be the next phase, definitely. Sell rate is low. Yeah, that is very true on a lot of these things. 0.16 region sale average on that. Strangle Kelp, actually not too bad. 0.47. Bloodfang, thank you very much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your evening. Hope to see you again soon. Okay, you know what? Let's just shove all this on. Let's pop it on. There we go. So that's just cleared out the bags. I've got a little bit of junk here, which we need to sell that and that. Leaves us a few other bits and pieces here, which we're going to keep hold of for now, because like I said, I need to get started on the BfA Alchemy side of things. So what have we got in terms of Alchemy? Where are we at? Let's switch to the standard one. Okay, so we have Cultiran Alchemy. We can actually start here with coastal healing potions using up Siren's Pollen, which is quite expensive. Coastal Mana Potion uses Riverbud, it's also quite expensive. And that uses the healing and the mana to make a rejuvenation one. So we probably have to do bits of each of these to then do that one. Would be the main thing here. And then possibly learn some more recipes after that. Just minimise all of those. So we've got everything else, which is a good strong position to be in for Alchemy. So we can do everything else. Can I show my ledger for profit over the last month? Yeah, I can certainly have a look at it. I'm not sure how accurate it is, because it's currently saying total profit, that's past year, that's wrong. Past month is saying 201,000. I'm not sure that's accurate. When I do my end of month summary, then we'll get a more accurate idea as to what the prices are on things. Will I be online tomorrow at 7 AM? Possibly, possibly not, Mushy, I'm not sure. Is there a way to see what I have sold? You can look in the ledger and it will show you in terms of revenue sales of type, say, auction. You can see a list there of the various things that I have sold on. This is on all characters and when it was that I sold them. Kim, wow, thank you very much for the follow. Make some ghost dye, send some to Samadan and sell a ton more. For ghost dye, how do I make ghost dye? Can I actually make it? Or is that sounds like a someone's using tailoring crafts, and thanks to Mushy for that tip. Okay, it's a classic item. Bought it in Angoro. Okay. Is it an alchemy thing or is it an inscription thing? Make some ghost dye, send some to Samadan, sell a ton more. Okay. Sending to Samadan to use in tailoring crafts. Okay. It is alchemy. So I'm missing that, am I, at the moment? Yes, ghost dye, here we go. I need to go to Feralis for ghost dye. Ghost mushroom. Crafting cost. Wow, it's expensive. 1,400. Used in ghost tailoring items. Ooh, interesting. I like learning new things. Just got a chromatic sword. Too bad the price is so low now. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Annette, but still, congrats on the chromatic sword. Alchemy crafts is good for tailoring items. Okay, we'll have to look into that one. So I can just pick it up in Feralis apparently. So I'll have to remember that one. The ghost mushrooms are easy to farm. Okay. Save it for classic. May sell more then. Although classic is gonna use the same characters though, is it? It's gonna be all brand new. So looking at that, alchemy profession trainer. Let's have a look where we're at alchemy wise. Where were we at skill wise? Let me just have a quick look. We were literally at 1. Okay, so let's just start making some things. We can't do anything until we make some things. Let's start with this Siren Spolem. We can make some of these. Use up what we've got. Transfer items to a classic server. Gets its own... You can't transfer. Yeah, exactly. It gets its own game and servers. Yeah, exactly. 10 and 10. Yeah, I mean, I need to be balanced, don't I? But I'll just make what I've got on this one because the other one takes different things. The River Bud. So we'll create those for that one. And then we can at least make one of these, I imagine. Oh no, we need 2 of those. Okay, it's 2 per 2. Okay, so let's go and get some River Bud. Let's have a look in the auction house for that.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Shopping.
At least 2 centuries old.
River Bud. Do we have any in the guild vault? We've got 9 in the guild vault actually, so we can make 3 more potions out of that. That's a good start. 22 gold is the... Let's have a look at the average here. Min buyout 22. Market is 24, so that's not bad actually. I'm tempted to get this lot at 2 stacks of 100, just so I've got a good stock of things. Let's get at least 1 stack of 100. There we go. Let's go collect that up. I need to go herb myself. Yes, that is true. And I want to level up as well. So going around herbalism is going to be definitely worth it. But I just want to get alchemy started off here. And let's get also the ones from the guild bank. So let's go and get that. Probably in here somewhere. There it is. That's quite quick for me to find that. And then let's go craft some more. So mana potion. How many healing potions did we make in the end? We made 13. We've got 1. So we need another 12 of those. Although we need even numbers. So how many have we got? Mana potions? We have 1. So let's make another. Let's make 13. And then we'll need 1 more healing potion. A lot of people will be doing classic on YouTube and others might want to copy the style. Interesting idea. Yeah, that's true. I imagine there will be people going, oh, I remember that, and then wanting to get the same things. Okay, so from looking at that, Coastal Rejuvenation Potion, we can make 6. So let's create those whilst it's yellow. And then we'll probably need to skill up again. We're up to 30, 31. Okay, Alchemy's at 32 already. Didn't take too much of an investment so far. So I'll go have a look. Alchemy Trainer, where would I expect you to be? That's dual crafting. I imagine you to be around here somewhere. Let's try the next one. This looks like Alchemy Trainer here. Okay, we got one there. What did I miss there? Kayumi, thank you very much for the follow. We have some group created from Pastebin of all the objects of donations. Some group created from Pastebin of all the objects of donations. I'm not sure what that means for 100 years. Can you elaborate?
Looking for something specific?
Okay, let me train you in this. So we have, oh, we can make hydrocore, can we? Tidal core and distilled water. Okay. We ought to move this over actually, so I can see everything. Tincture of renewed something, concealment something, and then we go up to level 40 is the next margin here. So let's have a look here. Right, bedtime here. Okay, thank you Z, thanks ever so much for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. Okay, so where are we at now? We are at a light foot potion. Mana potion we can still make 23 of, but looking at this, what's the crafting cost of that? 66 gold, quite expensive. What else could I make here that's cheaper? Sand shifter, we've got quite a lot of sand shifter. Sea stalk is quite expensive though, 10 of those, that's expensive. Star moss, now star moss is 30 gold. Potion of concealment, that's 15 of those. Gosh, this is a lot of stuff, isn't there? That's 41 gold, and that sea stalk is 34 gold. Okay. Renewed combat trinket, they sell well, do they? Do I have that one yet? This one, endless tincture of renewed combat. 225 trinket. Does it still sell at that price? That's interesting if it does. We need expulsum for that one, so that's a good start on expulsum. Oh right, if there's a paste bin of the donation object of the wall front. Right, I see what you mean. No worries, 400 years. I don't have one for that one, but I'm sure there probably one is. You mean for like the, as Mushy said, the turn-ins. I don't know of one off the top of my head. Oh, there's one on the Undermine Journal, is there? Okay, that's good to know. Okay, thank you, Mushy. So we made a good start on Alchemy. We're up to 32, but looking at this, there's a lot of stuff that is expensive. Part of me is tempted to go out and gather this stuff up myself. This sea stalk and all that lot. I'm probably going to have to go out. I've done some stuff here, star moss. if I carry on doing the questing and things, that's probably going to be useful. We've done a few more over here. Siren's Pollen, Great Sea Catfish. So, looking at this, Stormsong Valley, we did a few bits over here. Load of quests over here we still need to do. So obviously a bit of levelling is going to be useful. But we've at least made a start. Spam incoming, no worries. Thank you for the link. Right, I think I've hit my time limit there. Unfortunately, didn't get as much time to do Jahwakening as I would have liked to have done, but we did get a load of restocking done on Samadan and Erfen, so hopefully we'll make some gold there. Aria Templar, thank you very much for the follow. So I think crafting over, time to scrap and disenchant. Okay, Nox, good luck on that one. Been watching my videos since last week, since you're struggling to sell your items on your own server and realm. Well, welcome on board. Unfortunately, you've just caught me right at the end. I'm going to be finishing up the stream in a moment, but it's lovely to have you stop by. Hopefully, you'll be able to catch me when I next stream, which will be on Friday. Not sure exactly on the start time. It depends on what the rest of my family is doing. I may have to do taxi service. So if I am going to be later, I will let you know in my Discord. Let me just have a quick look and see if there's anyone I can throw a host on over to. We have... Who have we got? That is on... Have I just lost internet connection, or am I just really buffering? I seem to be alright at the moment. Okay. You know who is on? Arnota is on, doing the daily gold grinds, daily cooldowns, garrison and auctions. So let's pass a host over to Arnota, I think, who has been a often frequenter of the stream. Just type this out. Oh, I've got caps lock on. Not that it makes a difference. There we go. So, thank you everyone for stopping by tonight. Really appreciate your company. Lovely seeing you all. My next stream will be on Friday, hopefully. So I'll let you know the exact time on Discord. So we'll see how things go on that front. It may be 9:30 or it may be 10 o'clock. No worries, Aria. Hope to catch you again. Until next time, from me and Oreo, we'll wish you a good night. Happy gold making, and we'll see you then. I'm going to throw a host over to Arnota, who I haven't done a host to before, but we'll send them some gold making love. So, till next time, good night and farewell.